Okay, so getting back to this character generator that we were working on. So last time we got our basic functionality where we can change our race, change our class, and these numbers are being set based upon internal rules of that. We can change our picture, change our sex, and go through and be whatever, right? So this is where we got to last time. So what I'm going to do now is I want to get my load and save characters buttons working correctly, and I'm going to use StreamWriter for that. For my first version, I'm just going to write it out to a plain text file. But before I do that, I want to clean some things up here a little bit in the way that I've approached this. I've got this character generator script, and this basically contains everything. It contains my UI stuff. It contains all the stuff that's being done for the character generation itself. So I want to heavily clean that up. So I'm going to start off by creating a new script in here. So I'm going to do a C# script. I'm going to call this UIHandler. And this is going to be responsible for all of my UI stuff. And so what I'm going to do, once I load UI, yes, reload, I'm going to go back to my character generator where I've been putting everything. And anything that has to do with buttons, like the sex button, the previous portrait, the next portrait, the previous class, the next, sorry about that, the next class, previous race, and next race. And that should be everybody, right? Right. And then there's an update UI. And I'll figure out what to do with that one later. So I'm going to take all of these. I'm going to cut them out of there and put them over here in this UI handler one. Let's get rid of that. Do a Control V. And we should have a crap ton of red stuff, which is fine. I was kind of looking for some red stuff at this point in time. Let's see here. I'm taking a look at, see, I've got some extra, see that one, it seems to me it should be right there. I think I just did an extra delete somewhere. Okay, so what am I left with? I'm left with the update UI, which is responsible for updating the UI. Well, that sure seems like that should be in, say, a UI handler to me. Makes sense. Character generator doesn't really seem to fit there. Check class. Well, this is just going to go through and do some internal class stuff. Adjust random attribute. Well, that's internal stuff. Over here, we're just getting our portrait list. We're updating all of that. Okay, that's fine. And that's all within my check race right there. Initialize attributes. Okay. And then I have my start right here. So it really seems to me that this update UI should probably be in the UI handler, but I'll hold off on that for right now. Right now, my focus is to get this working the way that I want this, so that I've got things in different locations, a little bit better abstraction here, a little bit better encapsulation as well. So first thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need a reference to this character generator. Let me move this out of here. So I've got this character system thing right here, and this is where I've been putting all my stuff, right? So let's go ahead and I'm going to add my UI handler script to this as well. I could have it off on a UI handler object if I want, but I'm just going to put it right here. And now I know that I want to grab that character generator script from there. All right, so here we go. So our UI handler. So right here, I'm going to do a, let's do a, what do I want to do? Character generator, my char generator, like so. Now I'm going to do a void start. Oops. There we go. And what I'm going to do inside my start here is I'm going to go ahead and do a my char generator equals get component character generator. There we go. So I'll get the character generator script that is attached to whatever object that my UI handler is on. That'll work. Now if I had a game object, I could do a game object font right there. Okay, so that's going to help quite a bit. And so some of these things, for instance, my race, is actually inside the character generator. It doesn't really belong here, right? So this is handling the race button got clicked. So what I want to do is I want to change the race. And so I'm going to go over to my character generator. I'm going to add a new method here. This will be a public void change race. And this is going to allow me to then, well, hey, change the race. Now I see, looking at my UI handler, that I can change the race, and there's two different ways I can do it. I can either be going left, doing this previous, or I can be going right. So I'm going to go to my character generator and the change race. I'm going to do a bool go right. Okay, so I'll do it that way. And then I'm going to copy some stuff over there and fix some things up. So I'm going to go ahead, these race clicked. I'm going to grab all of this stuff and just copy it for now. Bring it into here. Looking forward to some wonderful red. Oh, I didn't get any red. There is my red. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take care of some things here, do some cleaning up here. Get rid of the bunch of chunks that I don't need. I've got an extra one of those. Shouldn't need that. Like so. And looks like I got an extra one of those. Like so. Okay, now I just want to adjust all of this back. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of this stuff. Must be really weird to watch like programming stuff. So I'm going to do a control KU. There we go. Control KU. Okay, so reset the race. This should probably be commented, it seems like to me. Did I uncomment any other things that were commented in there? No, apparently not. All right. So all of this other stuff looks just fine in here. So we've got a bool found it equals false. So we're going to start off with that, and we're using that to kind of get through some things. So what I'm going to do is we're going through all of the races, and what I need to know is whether we're going basically to the right or to the left. So let's see. Right here, I'm going to say if go right, which is next, right? And I don't know why I didn't ID dictionary there. If go, I'm going to change this to go next instead of go right. I think that'll make more sense. If we're going to the next one, we're going to do that stuff right there. Nice. Else, it should be right here. Else, link. We'll do that. Okay, so let's see if that works. So basically all I did was I took what I had previously, and now I've encapsulated it inside some code there, so that over here with my UI handler, essentially all it's going to do is we'll get rid of all of that stuff right there, and we're just going to do a my character generator dot change race true. Why is it true? Because this is the next race clicked. Down here, this will be my character generator dot change race parenthesis false. Okay, there you go. Now, before I go any further, I want to see if this is actually working. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Let's grab all of this stuff here because all of this has errors in it. And then we'll just go, you know what, let's do it this way. Let's get all the way down here. Right here. I'm just going to do one of those and then go all the way up here. to right here. There we go. All right, now let's go over here to our buttons. Where are they? I'm going to click the next button. Actually, we were doing race, weren't we? Yeah. I'm going to click the next race button because this is missing right here. So I'm going to change this to be, it's still character system, but I'm going to change this to now be UIHandler. And after UIHandler, it's going to be next race clicked. Okay. And then let's go to race previous. Also UIHandler, but this will be previous race clicked. Okay, so let's see if that part is working. Race right here. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, so that's working. Now we will go ahead and fix the class. So let's do that one next. So that happens to be what we have right here. So let's go home. Get rid of some of that stuff. And once again, I'm going to get in there. Copy all of this stuff out of here. And all of this stuff right here is what I do for the next class clicked. So I'll do a Control X, go back to my character generator, and down here I'm going to do a, not there, right here, I'm going to do a public void change class bool go next. There we go. And notice I'm laying this out like the exact same way that we just did the other one. So if go next, let's get rid of that. Come right down here, do one of those. Okay. And I need one more. There we go. Next up is going to be an else. Let's see, right here. Else, boink, boink. There we go. And let's copy that one in now, which will be right here. So just grab all of these guys, Control X, and copy those into the else right there. Save that, go back here, and update this. So now my next class clicked is going to be my character generator dot change class true. And right here will be my character generator dot stop it, dot right here, dot change class false. Okay, so that's updated. So let's make sure that is working. No reason it shouldn't, but we want to double check as we're going along rather than building a whole lot of stuff and then wondering what's not working. Okay, so what's going on? What's going on is we haven't set these. So my class next button right here, I'm going to change this to be UIHandler next class clicked. Yep. And my previous is going to be UIHandler previous class clicked. There we go. All right, so let's try it again. Doop, 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 doop. Looks like it's working. All right, everything's working there. So now let's take care of our picture portion down there. Back into here. Let's see, what do we have? We have a next portrait clicked. And, well, we should just be able to take all of this right here. Cut that out. Let's come back over to here. And in here, I'm going to do a public void change portrait. Paste that in here. And I'm also going to do another bool go next. So all of this is dealing with going next. This right here is, let's just do one of these and do a if go next. And scroll down here and close that off. So there's our next one, and then we can do an else, and this will be where our previous will go. So back to UIHandler. In the next, I'm going to do a my character generator dot change portrait. true. There we go. And then here I will do, let's cut this out. Control X. And here will be my character generator dot change portrait, not dot, parenthesis, false. There we go. And we'll come back over here, and in our else, I'm going to paste that in there. Now what I'm doing at this point, notice max index is the exact same thing. Current index, the exact same thing. So let's go ahead and just cut that out of there. And we will also remove it from here. Since it was the exact same code, we'll just put it right up here above our if statements. Now for our go next, we increase our current index, do some stuff. For our go previous, we decrease our current index, do some stuff. Okay, let's make sure that that's working. Should be, but double checking. Aha, I got it. Oh, yeah, that error is because I didn't comment out our UI handler stuff right here. So you know what, let's just, while we're here, let's just fix this. Let's just go ahead and take care of this. So we're going to do, this is sex button clicked. Let's do a, what do I want to do? Let's do a my character generator dot, I'm going to call this change sex, like so. I'm going to go with a home. Control X, cut that out. Let's go over here to character generator and let's add a public void change sex. And let's paste those in there. Looks good. Okay, let's make sure that everything is working as it was now. What is this one? Oh, also, well, before I fix, I'm going to have to fix that, but before I get too far ahead, I need to also correct these buttons. So let's go ahead, and this is the next button. UI handler, next class, next race. I got to fix that error. So where is that error? UI handler in line 46. Okay. What do I do up here? Line 46. Set default portrait. Not really seeing the problem. Can I clear it? No, it's pretty sure there's an error there. This is UI handler. I can't have an error on line 46 of UI handler. I don't have 46 lines. Let's save that. Maybe I just didn't save it. There, okay. Yeah, I just didn't save it. That was stupid, I guess. Oh, so I've still got to assign those. So next goes to UI handler. Next portrait clicked. Previous will go to UI handler. Previous portrait clicked. Sex will go to UI handler. Sex button clicked. All right, let's see what we got. That's working. That's working. That's working. Let's see. So redhead kind of thing. Her. Ooh. Something weird just happened there. Let me see. So we've got. So her. Well, that looks correct. Wait a second. Every now and then it kind of seems to randomly jump around. Woo, where'd you come from? Or the male. So we got goatee guy and whatever. Goatee guy. He not whatever. Alright, something weird just happened. Let's take a quick look at what we have. So we're changing our portrait true, false. Alright. So in my changing of my portrait, what do I have going on here? Okay, go next. That looks good. I'm getting my max index. Getting my current index. Okay, that's fine. If I'm going next, I'm going to increase my portrait. If I'm going left, I'm going to decrease. If I equal max, I go back to 0. If I equal -1, I go to there. You know what? I don't see why it's behaving so oddly. Okay, there's you, and then him, you. Okay, those are working. I wonder. Let's take a look at something. I think it might be my boundary conditions are breaking this. Let's go into our portraits here. And for the male human, oops, I didn't want to go to the female. Looking for the male. There it is, male human. So number 1 is that guy. And kind of just want to see him. Can I just put him out here somewhere? No? Okay, that's fine. So number 1 is that guy. There we go. I don't know why Photoshop just loaded. Oh, because I double clicked on it. That was stupid. Let's go into human, male human, and what I want to do is this way. Oh, they're targets. Yep. Okay. Well, let me let Photoshop load up because I want to take a look at a couple of the pictures surrounding this and get a better idea of what's going on. I want to see 1, 2, and 162. Those are the ones that I want to look at here. So let's get into Photoshop. Or not. There we go. So there's 1. And here's 2. So there's those 2. And then I want to see the last one, 162. Aha! So when I'm here, and I try and I click previous, instead of it bringing me here, I end up with this guy. So yeah, it's the boundary conditions. It's the boundary situation. So let's see, where is Visual Studio here? Okay, so I'm doing a previous. So I've got a current index. Max index, current index equals portrait list dot index of. Okay. So it should equal 1, right? And then I subtract 1, so I'm going to be 0. Which isn't that. Go there. Woo, why'd you go there? Do I have these reversed? Did I do something like that? No, that's next. What are you? You're previous. Nope, they're not reversed. Oh, I might not be going far enough. It might just be me being stupid. Yeah, it was just me being stupid. I wasn't noticing that I was not moving far enough. Never mind, I was just being stupid. All right, so just one of those days, I guess. So I've got all of that moved out, and that's nice. I like that. The update UI is being called in here. It feels to me like the UI handler should be responsible for updating the UI. That's just my personal opinion, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into my character generator, and where's my update UI? It is this thing right here. So I'm going to go home. Let's scroll down through here. Do a Control X. I'm going to cut that out of there. Go back to my UI handler, where I'm now going to add a void. Nope, I don't need to type anything, do I? I can just paste it. Control V. There we go. And it's going to be private. There we go. And all I'm doing is updating stuff inside my UI. So let's see. I need to do something here. So this is going to be my character. There we go. My character generator dot check race. Those are probably private. I will fix that. Let's do a my character generator dot check class. Blink. Figure out something to do with that here in just a second. All of these are going to be values I'm going to want. Character attributes dot strength to string. That looks fine. My attributes. So I'm going to need a my character generator in front of that. So let's do Control C and do a Control V. Control V. Control V. Control V. Control V. And Control V. All right. Now let's go fix some visibilities. So back to character generator here. Scrolling up. So void check class. I want that to be a public check class. Check race just became a public check race. And these UI references, these just got yanked out of here with a Control X. Back to the UI, go all the way up to the top. Let's paste those in here. So my attributes, so apparently some of these are still private, no big deal. I'll come over here and let's see. I can make the, who do I want to do it that way? I'm going to go ahead and do this as public. I would actually much rather make accessor methods, but let's just do public now to keep everything so much easier. There we go. Oh, gotta save that. Okay, good. And looks good. So right here, we need to do my character generator. Oops, darn it. There we go. Okay, so now the whole point of this is that my UI stuff is in a UI script, and my stuff that actually does character stuff is in the script that does character stuff, as opposed to having them duplicated. The only thing missing, or that I might want to deal with, is going to be this part right here. Let's create something here where, let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's put this line right here, this portrait list. Let's do a Control X. Let's go to our character generator, and at the bottom of this check race, the bottom of check race, let's put that in there. Okay. Check race. Where's check race? Check race. There it is. So all the way at the bottom of check race, right down here, I'm going to go ahead and update portrait to default in the new portrait list, like so. There we go. And now I can come back over here, and yeah, that'll be fine. do a my character dot. Oh man. Okay, this is fine though. My char generator dot. Okay, got that. Okay, so that's all cleaned up. Okay, that's cleaned up. Going back into the character generator, because I still have some issues in my character generator. This set text, it makes sense that this set text should not be getting done in here because after all, the text is based on it, the UI does that, not this thing. Same with our portraits being updated here. So this is in my start where I'm initializing everything. Let's scroll down. Let's come back to the start in just a minute. So as we change the race right here, let's take these pieces here, Control X, come back over to our UI handler, and where we're changing our race, next race clicked right here. Let's do a Control V. Race text equals my char generator dot. There we go. Go with a home. Control X. Oops, I'm sorry. Control V. I want to copy those though. Control C. And I want to put them right there. My race must be private, huh? There it is. So you just became public, and you just became public. And that stuff doesn't matter. Okay. So now let's scroll down. I'm still saving the initialize. And down here in this one, I don't need this. I just did both the race text, so those are fine. Changing class, I need to do that in here for the changing class. Do a Control X to copy that out, or cut it out. Get rid of it from right there as well. Come back over here. So in our change class, right here, Control V, do a my char generator dot. There we go. Get out of the way. There we go, and do a home. Control C. Let's go down to our previous. There we go, right here. Okay. Change portrait. Our portrait is getting updated right here. So let's do a Control X on that one. And it's getting updated right here. Let's go back to our UI handler where we're changing our portrait. So right here, Control V is going to be my char generator dot. Alrighty. And same thing here. My char generator dot. Okay. And now how are we doing? So now we're just changing the sex here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and copy this stuff out of here. I'm going to do a Control X, but right in here I'm going to leave is male equals not is male, which is going to go about flipping, reversing the sex, whatever it is. So let's just do a reverse the character sex. There we go. And then back here in our UI handler, where we're clicking the sex button, do a Control V, and get rid of this part. Home. Boom. And we're going to say if my char generator dot is male, that must be private. So we'll come all the way up here. It sure is, so we'll make you public for right now, like so. And then that will update our UI. Nice, okay. So now I've got all of that streamlined so that my character generator only does internal things for the character. My UI handler is the one responsible for all the UI side of things. So the last thing I need to do is I need to do some tweaking up here with my start. So let's see, a lot of this stuff gets moved out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and select, let's say from right there, do a Control C. And anything that has to do with the UI, basically if it has red, I'm going to delete it. Delete and delete and delete, and there we go. So got rid of all those. Now in our UI handler up here, one thing we're going to have to do is using Unity engine.ui. There we go. Now in our start, let's enter a couple times, do a Control V. And anything that's going to be red here will probably just need to be adjusted. Specifically my CharGenerator dot. And now I'm going to go ahead and do a Control C to copy that. Control C. And it's going to go here. Get rid of that. Okay, that's going to take care of initial values. That's nice. Let's do my portrait. Don't need that one. This is going to be a Control V right over here. Control V. And if not, Control V. There we go. Okay, so now my UI handler has everything that does UI stuff. My character generator only has character generator stuff. So let's make sure this is working. Oh yeah, null reference. Of course there's a null reference. So let's actually do a couple of things here. Let's go to our character generator. No, I don't need to do it there. Actually, I already removed them, right? I did, yeah. So basically what we're missing is on our character system, I haven't assigned these things yet, so no big deal. Let's see, what do we have? What are we looking at here? So we're going to need, these are in attribute values, they should be. So my strength value, let's see, strength value, there it is. Class text. Well, it should be right here. Well, let's do Constitution. There's my Constitution. Oh, race doesn't belong there. Here's my strength. Here's my dexterity. Charisma. Wisdom. There's my wisdom. My intelligence. There's my intelligence. Race. There's my race. Class. There's my class. The sex. That should actually be on a button somewhere, I'm thinking. There it is, sex button. Text. All right. You know what, let's rename this just so that it's easier for us to see. Sex text. There we go. Okay, going back to character system and HP value. Going back up to my attributes. This is actually going to be my defense box. HP value is that one. Fortitude is that one. Reflex, will, and then I need the portrait, which is that one. So I'm just going to read through real quick. Race, race, class, class, sex, sex, strength, strength, dex, dex, con, charisma, charisma, wisdom, wisdom, intelligence, intelligence, HP, HP, fortitude, reflex, will, and portrait. Okay, so it looks like they're all set up correctly, but not really. What happened here? Let me clear that. Let me run this again. Character generator line 44. Let's find that one. Character generator line 44. Oops. Blink. Okay, so I'm initializing my attributes. Line 44. If my attribute stock contains key, why is that not found? Okay, there's going to be something really, really simple that I'm overlooking here. Let's try that. Okay, there's a problem with line 44. My attributes dictionary is defined. It's right here. Am I calling this before it's being defined? That's what it's looking like. Okay, let's do this. Let's try it another way then. So I'm going to comment this out, then I'm going to take everything after that and Control C. I don't think I can do it this way. Yeah, I didn't think I could. Oh, equals. Come on. No, I can. I just do single line initialization up there. There we go. So it's just a case of that wasn't being initialized yet. Defaulting to gnome and cleric, I think that is the default that I have set up, right? Let's see. Oops, character generator. Nope, it should be defaulting to human and fighter. Let's, instead of doing a start right there, let's do this. Public void init character generator. There we go. So instead of putting that in a start, I'm going to do it down here. Do a Control X, do a Control V. I'm also going to go ahead and define my dictionary right there because I don't like having it up here. There we go. So I have a init character generator. All right, now I'm going to come over here. My character generator equals that. And then I'm going to do my character generator dot init character generator. Oops. And hopefully that will get the character generator system fired up. There it is. And human fighter. Looks good. Okay, so now it's all working. So let's just double check really quick and make a change in our initialization right here. So where's that character generator initialized right here? I'm going to, instead of human, let's make this dot half elf. And instead of fighter, let's make this dot wizard. And see what happens. Let's play that. Half elf wizard, there we go. Okay, so everything's ready. So I've streamlined some things, so now I'm ready to go into my save and load character buttons, which I will take on next time. Any questions, just let me know. I know I did a bunch of stuff pretty quickly. So yeah, just ask me questions or whatever. Okay. All right, so we'll see you in the next one.